Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Fuck
Alrighty,
yes.
welcome back to the New Zealand Sportcasting Couch. This week for our weekend preview, we're just previewing the NRL, so it's just going to be a specific NRL weekend preview. Willie, do you have a scenario or anything, or would you like to go straight into your favourite performers from last week's NRL?
No, I've got a scenario, but we'll save it till the end. But why don't you play that piece of fan mail we got from that Australian guy
Oh yeah, of course.
who
So
we decided not to open until
yeah,
now.
yeah,
So we're actually viewing this
yeah.
live with
That's
you
true.
guys. They
Yeah, so
just
pretty
said,
much.
please do not open.
Yeah, so pretty much after we put up the Welcome to Country, which is obviously one of the best Welcome to Countries we've seen for this season in the NRL, we got sent a couple of Welcome to Countries, so we're just playing one that was sent through. Obviously, with it being an NRL preview, it kind of makes sense, so I'll just play it. And yeah, we'll see
Yeah.
how we go.
G'day, it's William from Windigo here, and this is my welcome.
Oh, sorry about that. That's obviously not what we thought.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I
that's
don't know if he actually understands that you actually have to welcome us to the country, not just play a bit of didgeridoo, but
yeah.
respect the effort.
Yeah,
Respect
sorry about that, New Zealand. We certainly didn't expect that, so that's not appropriate. So we won't be opening any messages from him again. So just on the, so would you like me to start with a top three performer from last week to kind of change the tune there? Because that's obviously,
Yeah, of course.
yeah, nice. Anyway, so my first one is someone that's been outstanding lately, Chance Nickel Clockstad. Um,
Mm,
one of the great fullbacks. Some of the numbers he's putting up lately have been incredible.
yeah.
So it seems to be averaging about 330 odd run meters a game,
Yeah, no,
just
that was
everywhere.
pretty vile performance,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
he's just been everywhere and really stepping up big time. So um,
Yeah.
I was pretty critical after his round one performance in Vegas, and since then he's
Mm,
just been incredible. So yeah, I like what I
no,
saw from him.
absolutely. I think with the theme of this, you can literally probably pick like so many players from the same game. So
Yeah,
many players had absolute monster games in this one.
yeah,
My first one I'm going to go with is Keon Kolomatangi, who had
yeah.
another massive game in the middle, 80 minutes in the middle, try, 200 meters,
Mm,
um, shitload of tackles, just immense. He's an absolute unit in their front row.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, massively. He'll be close to making Origin now that old Mitch Barnett's out.
Barnett's. Yeah,
Wonder whether
yeah.
they'll go Terrell May or Colin Matangi, but yeah,
No, they'll probably go someone else like Stefano. They'll put him
yeah,
in and not even use Kolomatangi for some
yeah,
reason.
yeah. No, 100%.
Loz's
Um,
locks.
yeah, um, yeah. I'll stick with the same game then and continue some bias. Yeah, we got Aaron Clark who
Mm,
um, has just been every week just incredible.
yeah,
I think the thing with this is obviously the Warriors signed James Fisher Harris this year as well, and I'm not trying to shit on James Fisher Harris because he's an
yeah.
awesome player, but to think that Aaron Clark has been like a significantly better signing than Fisher Harris just says goes to show how good Aaron Clark's been.
Yeah.
Probably the signing of the season for any team, I would
Oh,
say.
yeah.
Um,
Definitely like cash versus
yeah,
like how much he's on for what we're getting out of him. It's a
mm.
landslide.
But even there's an argument I reckon full stop in terms
Yeah.
of player joining a new team. Numbers are crazy. He's arguably the best middle in the game at the moment. Like he's actually playing
Yeah.
that well. So
Yeah.
just been so impressed by him, and I guess it's been huge, and it shows like it's sad that Toy Harris retired, but again, if he
Mm,
doesn't, you might not see this. You might not get Aaron Clark playing big minutes and having this opportunity. So
absolutely.
yeah,
And Walker going as well.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. No arguments there. My next player is actually from the Tigers Cowboys derby.
yeah,
Stafford Toa absolutely gave Papua New Guinean laybutts uh, an absolute bath in this game, and every time he touched the ball was just ridiculous. Probably had like 10 or so tackle breaks, two tries. just was very destructive on the edge and was one of the main reasons the Tigers almost pulled back one of the biggest uppies. I think
Yeah,
the biggest uppie all time. They almost pulled it off. So yeah, no, he was immense and a great name as well.
yeah, yeah. No, it is.
Yeah,
He has been awesome.
mm,
I'd actually quite like to see him in a Kiwis jersey. To be
yeah,
fair, I think he's been awesome this year and such a good centre. Every time he gets the ball, something happens. So
yeah,
yeah. My next one is just been to one of the new boys, kind of on the scene the last few weeks, and I thought he was awesome on Thursday night. Was Loco Pacifica Tonga, who I just think he's just such a good player, and
yeah,
obviously got one of the great names too, which you know
yeah.
I don't think you can ever get a better name than that as a Tongan
Nah,
to be
yeah,
called Loco Pacifica Tonga. So
yeah.
one of the great middles.
To have
He'll
the
be
Pacifica and the Tonga in the name is
yeah,
pretty incredible, and then just a
yeah.
loco in front
Yeah, that
is
sounds like
pretty impressive.
that sounds like an expansion Super Rugby side, and it's a person. So, yeah, just looking forward to seeing him in a Mate Ma Donga shirt later in the season, and yeah, just keep
Yeah.
it up. Another red V for him.
Yeah, Locker the Tocker.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, next player I'm gonna go for is Tommy Dearden. I thought he
mm,
was pretty incredible
yeah,
in that game to get the lead to what it was, especially after all the kind of origin stuff throughout that week, all the talk of him kind of
yeah,
probably being ready to take over from the throne. He definitely backed it up with a real solid performance there to get them ahead in that game.
yeah, 100%. I'm so big on Tommy Dearden, as you know, and
Yeah,
just yeah, he's just going from strength to strength. I still don't know if he's a 6 or a 7. He's such a weird one in that sense. I think
yeah,
almost because he's small and he runs it so well, you think he's a 6, but he can play 7. So
yeah,
I'm big on him. But yeah, he needs to be in Origin because he's an Origin player. Like he just has to
yeah.
be.
No,
I don't
absolutely. Yeah, he is.
find a spot for him. Um,
Yeah,
Sweet. Should we get into previewing this week's games then?
of course. Let's do it.
Sweet. All right, Thursday night. Knights who are fucking shit. Glad I picked Edge of the Spoon because it's looking pretty bloody clever now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, home to Manly.
Fuck. This is just one that I can see Manly losing, but I'm gonna back Manly in this, just because the Knights are so shit.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna go for a Ruben Garrett to score here. Was tempted to go Harmoli, but
yeah,
he
it was
broke
awesome.
his drought with a double last week.
Yeah,
But I could easily see Harmoli scoring in this one as well.
yeah. Yeah, no, I was going to do Homole if it wasn't for Pacific Tonga for my favourite performers last week. So, yeah,
Yeah,
Manly for me are the hardest team to pick. Fuck, they're a nightmare to
yeah,
pick. But I will go them here just because, yeah, don't rate the Knights. And any time, I'll still go my man Fletcher Sharp for the Knights, who just loves a try but didn't get one last week. So,
yeah.
yeah. All right,
No,
next
good
one
shot.
is Melbourne Storm at home to the Cowboys.
Gonna go Storm in that one. They've got Harry Grant back this week as well. At home,
Yeah,
usually pretty good there. I'm gonna a bit of a disappointing performance last week as well
yeah,
against the Titans. They probably should have put them to bed a bit more than they did, even though it was pissing down conditions.
yeah,
I'm gonna go for a double here if that's all right. I'm gonna go for two back rows. I'm gonna go for Cardor, and
yeah.
I'm gonna go for Jeremiah Knight if
Yeah.
that's all right. I'm gonna go for those two.
Yeah, both right edge forwards, eh? Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no, nice. I'll go Storm 2 and I'll take Jerome Hughes to get one as well.
yeah. Nice.
Dolphins, Dragons after that.
The Pacifica Tonga Cup. I'll go for the Dolphins just because they've had a bye in this one.
Yeah.
Just coming off the bye, just a bit fresher. Dragons. Yeah, they didn't look amazing against a real shit Knights team. And I'm going to go for the guy that just does not like passing the ball, so I'm going to go for Herbie Farnworth
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Um yeah, I'll take Dragons 2. Oh, sorry, I'll take Dolphins 2. Marshall King back as well, one of the great hookers, I think. He's meant to be back.
yeah,
Um yeah, and I'll take Avarillo if you're gonna take Farnworth. I'll
yeah.
take Avarillo
Nice.
from
Yeah,
yeah.
their centers always score, don't they? One of
Yeah,
them always fucking scores, if not both. So
yeah, 100%.
pretty, pretty good toss of the coin.
Yeah.
What's the
Sharks
next one?
Warriors.
Sharks was
Yeah, be a good game.
yeah, I'm gonna continue with my anti-jinx here and I'm gonna go for the Sharks.
Yeah,
Uh even though the Sharks have the weakest underbelly in the comp,
yeah,
and anytime there's a tough game, this will be the one that they get. Wink, wink. And try scorer. I'm go literally have to go for fucking Kale Arrow or Kale Rahul for those that
yeah.
didn't know the name change, because he's actually scored in every single fucking game he's played this year, which is
He's fucking
ridiculous.
good. Yeah, he is. He's wild.
And what is he? Will he be up against Kurt Capewell or will he be Adam Pompey? To be fair, either or.
Oh, he'll be
I
capable.
give him a yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I give him a good chance of scoring against him then.
Yeah, he's a shouter. No, I'll take us. I'll take Warriors.
Yeah.
The Fanua Blake Shield, I believe they're playing for, which would be good.
No, okay. Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I'll take anytime try scorer. I'll take my man Aaron Clark through the middle to go straight at Fanua Blake and
Nice.
yeah, give him a bit of that. Got we've got a bit of a South Queensland derby next, and the Broncos
Yeah. Theme
Titans.
park derby. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Battle for the theme parks. Oh, this is hard because this is going to be a poo slinger, I think. Both
yeah,
teams are so shit. I just can't see the Broncos. Walsh is back this week, isn't he? I can't
yeah.
see them not. Um, Now that Jesse Arthurs isn't at the back because he can stay with Queensland because he's shit. Um, I'm going to go Broncos in this one, and I'm going to go for a Bowie for more to score.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think this one, like, if the Broncos don't win this one, they are fucked. They have to win
Yeah,
this. This is
yeah,
incredible
yeah,
if they lose this. So hopefully the Titans get them. But yeah, Broncos for me. Um,
yeah.
and I'll go Ezra Man. Ezra Man likes tries, so I'll go for him to score.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
All right, Raiders were rabbits. First game Sunday.
This will be a good game.
Mm,
Rabbits in a bit of form, and I think they've got a few fucking players back this week, don't they? Have they got Wyden and Walker back?
yeah,
Yeah, I will still back the Raiders though at
yeah,
home.
yeah.
Um, I think they're just in a mold like the Warriors, where they're just like tight games. It doesn't matter if it's a tight game or a fucking point shootout. They they can do both, and they've got Fogarty back this week as well. So I'll
Mm,
go for the Raiders in that, and I will go for Zach Hosking to score, not Hudson Young. The Raiders, one of their edges will
mm,
score every week.
yeah,
Hudson Young's scored quite frequently, so I'll go for Hosking.
yeah, nice. Yeah, Raiders for me. So their pack is just too pissed off at the moment. They're just bullying everyone. And my
Yeah,
man Joey Taps is just he's playing the villain, isn't he? And he's enjoying it. So yeah,
yeah,
I'll go Raiders and I'll take Kyle Weeks to score, who's been playing pretty bloody well out the back.
yeah.
Um, and then Tigers Panthers, which I actually think will be a good game too. Out at either Lightcar or no Combank. Strange.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is it Panthers home game? Is it or
No, it's
Tigers home game?
Tigers, but I suppose they're both out that way, so it makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, but a neutral venue.
Um, I will go Panthers in that. I think even the game last week, even though it was a bit of a like bludger from where they are on the table, it kind of had like a kind of finals feel to that game.
Yeah.
And the Tigers, yeah, they didn't look that great against the Cowboys, and I just think probably the Panthers will be a bit too meticulous for
Mm,
them. Cleary getting in a bit of form as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I bet the Panthers in that, and I'm going to go for Isaac Tunnel to score on there.
Yeah, I like the Tigers. I want Benji to do well with them, and I think they are improving. But yeah, I think Penrith are going to go on a bit of a run, eh?
Mm.
So they'll win that Penrith. And any time for me, fuck, is Casey McLean playing because he likes
Yeah, he
yeah,
won't pass it. Yeah,
yeah, he doesn't pass, and I like what he
yeah,
does out there. But actually, he's up against Toast, and I won't do that. I'll go Cleary himself to get one.
yeah,
And then Monday night, the derby, one of the great derbies, Doggies Eels.
yeah.
That'll be good. You give the Eels any sniff at all or not?
Uh, Coming off the game last week, they looked pretty good, and Moses Lomax combo is
Mm.
has really rejuvenated the Eels and given them a bit of life. But
Yeah,
I think Dogs getting a few players back from their last performance, which was against the Dolphins, where they got towed up.
yeah,
Um, I think it will just be enough to get them over the line. But I'm going to go for Zach Lomax to score. Didn't score the last game, so he'll score this one.
yeah, nice. Yeah, yeah, doggies. Shit, they haven't played for because they had last week off, and then they was a Thursday the
Yeah,
one before that. So they haven't played in
yeah,
ages. Um,
yeah,
yeah, I'll take them, but if Lachlan Galvin plays, then they'll lose hopefully because he's a flog. So yeah, nah.
yeah.
But in all seriousness, doggies will win, and probably Matt Burton to score. I think he likes derbies and a bit of
Mm,
hostility. So
yeah.
yeah, that
Leb
wraps up that.
Carrazza's back as well, isn't he?
Oh yeah, Lib Carraz is one of my faves. Yeah, he's back. So
Yeah, yeah.
um, yeah. Would you like to? Did you have that scenario you wanted to finish with?
Yeah, I had a little scenario here. It's a little what would you rather verse challenge? Would you rather verse Spencer Leniu off the next kickoff that he receives
Yeah.
after going through a kickoff drought in the last game and
Mm.
being quite visibly pissed off about it?
Yeah.
Or would you rather be Michael Madge Maguire in the current state of affairs with all the Brisbane old boys going at you, and considering that all of them are in the media, so really just slagging you off 24/7. What would you rather, just public defamation
Yeah, yeah.
or physical abuse?
Yeah, I think I'd take it'd be bloody scary, but I think I'd take the Spencer Lenny running at me because I've seen Gordon Tallis defending his mate Kevy Walters on NRL 360, and I don't want to be on the receiving end of that. One of the most
Yeah,
fucking impartial pricks on television, even worse than us. So yeah, I think we should probably get him on as a guest speaker on this show. He'd probably fucking he fits the mold. So yeah,
yeah,
yeah, no, I can't cop that. I need, good reputation and stuff. Need
yeah.
that to be upheld. So yeah, I'll do that. What about you? What would you do?
Yeah, no, it would have to just be Spencer Leniu, the one-off carry. Like, even though he'd probably
Yeah,
die,
yeah,
but I just couldn't have my name in the papers,
yeah,
and everything's online now, so
yeah,
it's going to be around forever. And these old boys are really coming for him. They don't
yeah,
like the fact he's a New South Welshman as well, so
yeah,
they're really going for the jugulars here on poor Madge.
yeah. And
Yeah,
I mean, they probably tee up one of the biggest flogs, James Hooper, to write a story too. He's always happy to write a story. So,
yeah,
yeah,
an opinion piece. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you get Hoops involved. Yeah, he's an aggressive prick. So yeah, no, sounds
yeah, yeah.
terrible.
They need to
So
get PK out of the depths. They need to get Paul
oh,
Kent out
fucking
of the
do that a
shadows
lot.
for an
Yeah.
aggressive article.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bring him back, one of the greats.
yeah, yeah,
Not that we stand by his actions and things like that. But yeah, anyway, I think that'll probably wrap us up for a weekend preview. And
yeah.
yeah, we'll see you on the next one, New Zealand.
Beauty.